All right, listeners, welcome back to Talk Tickers for another deep dive. You ready to decode another earnings call?
Always excited to break these down.
Okay, so today we're looking at Camtek.
Camtek, yeah. They're the ones making sure all the AI chips out there are actually, working like they're supposed to. The unsung heroes of the semiconductor world, maybe?
Uh-huh. I like that, the unsung heroes. Definitely important, especially these days, with AI being, well, everywhere you look.
Absolutely. So much of the tech we're talking about, depends on those chips being absolutely perfect. And that's where Camtek steps in with their inspection and metrology tools. They're the quality control experts.
Yeah, you don't want any hiccups with those AI chips. So, like we always do on Talk Tickers, we've got the transcript from their latest earnings call, Q3 2024.
Yeah.
I'm going to break it all down, see what they're saying about their business, but also what it tells us about where the whole industry is heading.
Exactly. It's like reading between the lines, right? Get those insights that most people miss.
Right. So first things first, Camtek just announced record quarterly revenue.
Yeah, I saw that.
$112 million. That's a 40% jump compared to the same time last year.
I mean, that's huge. It really shows they're in a strong position in the market. But I think what's even more interesting is where that revenue is coming from. Half of their sales, it's for high-performance computing.
HPC, which is the backbone of all this AI stuff.
Exactly. This is actually the third quarter in a row where HPC has been their biggest revenue driver. And they're saying, based on, the orders they already have and what their customers are telling them, that they expect HPC to keep dominating their sales well into 2025.
So they're basically saying the AI boom is here to stay.
Yeah.
But they also threw in this really interesting prediction. They said the biggest bottleneck for HPC growth isn't going to be demand. It's going to be the supply of 2.5D substrates.
Substrates, right. Those are the things that kind of connect all the chips together in these high-performance computing modules.
Yeah. It's like having all the ingredients for a gourmet meal, but no plates to serve it on.
Yeah.
You've got the demand for all this AI power, but you need those substrates to actually build the hardware.
And Camtek gets that, which is why they've been working on this new system, the Eagle G5. It's specifically designed to handle all the complexities of these advanced packaging technologies, including 2.5D substrates.
So they're not just, riding the wave, they're building the surfboard too.
Exactly. They're positioning themselves as a key player in the future of AI. And it's not just HPC either. During the call, Rami Langer, their COO, mentioned that they're seeing a resurgence in demand for CMOS image sensors.
Ah, yeah, the things that make our smartphone cameras work.
Exactly. It makes you wonder, is this just because of, new smartphones coming out, or is there something bigger happening with AI and imaging tech and other industries too?
Good question. And speaking of the global picture, Camtek also talked about their business in China. They're saying it's around 35% of their revenue this year.
Which is actually lower than it's been in the past. Could be a lot of factors there, Trade tensions, China trying to build up its own domestic chip industry. But it could also mean Camtek's making a smart move, diversifying their customer base. Not putting all their eggs in one basket.
For sure, spreading the risk.
Yeah.
Now, before we get to the fun part, I want to point out one more thing from the call that I thought was interesting. Their days sales outstanding, or DSO. Basically, this measures how long it takes a company to collect payments after making a sale. Camtek's DSO is only 57 days.
That is impressive. A low DSO means they're managing their cash flow really well. They get paid quickly, which frees up more money to invest back into the business.
Right. It shows they're running a tight ship. But now, let's loosen up a little bit. It's time for This is Not Financial Advice.
Haha, always love this part. Buckle up, everybody. Just throwing out some fun ideas here, folks. Purely hypothetical.
Exactly. But that's what this segment is all about, right? So, okay, what if we take Camtek's prediction about that 2.5D substrate shortage, and we use that as the basis for a crazy trade idea? We're not betting on the companies making the chips themselves. We're betting on the companies that make those substrates.
Ooh, interesting. Because if Camtek's right, and that really is going to be the bottleneck,
then those substrate manufacturers are going to be in super high demand.
Right. Everybody's going to be scrambling to get their hands on those things. Could be a huge opportunity.
Exactly. It's all about looking ahead, seeing where the puck is going, not where it is now.
Yeah.
But remember, everyone, this is purely for entertainment purposes only.
Not financial advice, do your own research, all that good stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so before we wrap up our Camtek deep dive, let's kind of sum up the big takeaways here.
All right, so takeaway number one. Camtek is a company to watch in the AI space. They're doing really well financially, they're on top of the trends, and they're not afraid to innovate.
And maybe even more importantly, they're thinking about the big picture. Like, what are the potential roadblocks to growth? And that whole 2.5D substrate situation, the perfect example. It's not just about, like, the technology itself. It's about the whole ecosystem around it.
Absolutely. But here's a question to think about, and this builds on what we were just talking about with those substrates. If that shortage really does happen, what other industries could be affected? I mean, think about it. Self-driving cars, medical imaging, all this stuff relies on advanced chips and the technology to connect them.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's like the ripple effects could be huge. It's all connected.
Exactly. Well, that about wraps up our Camtek deep dive. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for listening, everyone. And as always, be sure to subscribe to Talk Tickers for more earnings call breakdowns. We'll be back soon with another fascinating company. Until then, happy investing. And don't forget to check out our website for more info on Camtek and all the stuff we talked about today. We'll have links to, their website, their investor relations page, all that good stuff.
Yeah, we try to make it easy for you guys to do your own research because, like we always say, knowledge is power.
Absolutely. All right, well, that's going to do it for us today. Thanks again for joining us on Talk Tickers.
Thanks, everyone.
We'll catch you on the next deep dive.